Humla, deep in the hidden Himalayas. This remote and impoverished land, which has no roads and a population of 44,000, is all but forgotten by the outside world. 440 kilometers northwest of Kathmandu, Humla is tucked in the far northwest corner of Nepal along the Tibetan border. It is a food-deficient area where only 2% of the land is arable. Here, a man buries precious food grains in an underground ingeniously built vault lined with stone, clay and tree bark. Sustenance to see his family through the harsh winter months. Chronic malnourishment and famine are real threats. Survival is a serious business for these people. Here, the Nepal Trust works to support local communities with health, education, renewable energy, ecotourism and heritage preservation projects. We emphasize local decision-making and participation and aim to improve the quality of human life. Poor and underdeveloped because of its remoteness, lack of infrastructure, communications and difficult terrain, Humla is a culturally fascinating land where rich Buddhist and Hindu traditions have coexisted peacefully for centuries. Festivals, interwoven with the changing seasons and harvests, are important for these mountain people, whose warm smiles, hardiness and generosity spring from their deep belief in family, tradition and the land. The Human Development Index indicates how far a country has to go to attain certain goals. Access to health and education, decent income, adult literacy rate and an average lifespan of 75. Humla's life indicators, if it were a country, would rank it at the bottom, 170 out of the 175 countries surveyed. Malnutrition, gastrointestinal upsets including worms, dysentery and gastritis, and work-related injuries are common. In children, skin, ear, eye, stomach and chest infections, coupled with measles and flu epidemics, are compounded by the absence of even the most basic health services. Lack of supplies, medicines and trained and motivated staff are crippling these communities on life's outer margins. The cold chain for vaccines and immunizations is almost non-existent. The Nepal Trust has been working in Humla for over 8 years. In 1995 we ran our first Trek to Build Health and Community to create the area's first effective health post. Here we see the Nepal Trust founder Babita Lama with her young protege Shanti Lama in a typical day's work. Babita, the first health worker trained, is now a trainer and health coordinator of 6 health posts, built or renovated by the Nepal Trust. There are 3 more health posts planned for building or refurbishment. Health education, prevention and promotion, as well as keeping accurate patient records, are emphasized. The Torpa Clinic treats over 3,000 people per year and is a center for curative health, family planning and immunization programs. Many people walk 2 to 3 days to reach Torpa Clinic's services.
In Humla, many kinds of health problem, mainly, just stomach problem, then malnutrition, then just gastritis, because here there are sanitation problem, also malnourished. We are very poor in Humla. We have not enough food. Also, they have not education. Is somebody has 15, 17 children. They have not how to use family planning. They don't know about family planning. I am from this area. I am a first woman to go to school. In my time, nobody woman, nobody girl go to the school. Then main thing is in here health problem. I always thinking about women's health, children's health. Then I study in school. Then I want to come back in Humla. I want to do something for Humla.
You can walk for 12 days to reach Humla from the nearest roadhead, or you can fly from Nepal Ganj on the Indian border. A 50-minute scenic and relaxing flight to Simikot, the district headquarters. These trekkers on our third trek to build chose the former option and trekked through 3 districts, more than 100 miles, and past the pristine beauty of Rara Lake in Mugu district. The Nepal Trust is creating a new tourism for a new century that promotes hands-on involvement and social change. Tourists in these impoverished mountains should leave more than just a few tips, waste, and their footprints. Traversing 4,500 metre passes through dense forest and steamy jungles, the group eventually reached their goal to work with Hindu villages in South Humla to build Sakigard Clinic in 1999. Tourism and development can be a powerful combination to improve local economies and living standards. UNESCO is backing the Nepal Trust to promote a proactive tourism that benefits the local people first. Local participation is critical to the success of any project, and as you can see here, dozens of school children over days help to shift tons of rock for their new health post. The tourists pitch in and help in many ways, and as you will see, eventually get more for their money by giving more of themselves. A health program is more than just a building. During breaks from their work, the villagers joined a participatory rural appraisal workshop, PRA, a community mapping exercise to locate the area's resources that will help the project succeed.
The last day, DB.
Yeah, last day.
What a lovely feeling.
In 2000, 15 Rotarians trekked through the steep gorges of the Upper Karnali River to reach Kermi village in the Tibetan Buddhist area of northwest Humla. Rotary International has been a major supporter of the Nepal Trust, both as a donor and with hands-on work. Rotarians are businessmen and women, and this was the most effective and organised trek to build to date, with a lot of fun thrown in.
I'm Finlay, District 10110. I'm planing, and I hate it. We're having a good time.
I'm Joyce Davey, I'm from Evesham, District 1100, and at the moment I'm painting the beams blue. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself, even though it's a bit of a stretch.
The work progressed well over the days. The solar panels, which provide light for health workers, literacy classes and women's groups, are placed on all Nepal Trust clinics.
I'm Mike Love. I'm from the Avalon Club. We've got together, we've raised the funds to help build the health clinic. And we're out here now after a pretty strenuous trek over some pretty high passes to get here. And we're now deep into the building work, as you can see. Been a great trek to build and a great project doing the building work.
The workload was often heavy and hard at times, but when the work was finished, it was time to party, Caledonian style. In 2001, the Trust ran another trek to build to the remotest valley in Nepal to both survey a microhydro project and to inaugurate a new health post in Limi on the Tibetan border at 4,150 metres. Scottish Rotarian Roger Tom.
I've come to Humla as part of my work in Rotary in Edinburgh, Curry Balerno, which is part of Worldwide Rotary, just to see for myself what is happening in Humla and in this district in particular. Businessmen the world over are interested in helping places like Humla here to have a better life. This is a new medical station for Humla, and it's with great pleasure that I am able to participate in this. It's been great coming here. We've thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. I speak for the rest of the team here today. So we really are thrilled to see it completed and now ready for the first patients. And now, Renewable.
After the clinic opening, some of Limi's 1,600 inhabitants led us to Jong village. Here, the community surprised us with an invitation to the ancient 850-year-old Jong monastery to show its appreciation. This was a true honour, as we were the first foreign group ever to be allowed into the Gompa. The celebration was literally a movable feast. Also last year we ran our first trek to electrify, where trekkers helped to build a 5.5 kilowatt micro hydro scheme to bring power and light to 65 homes, a health post and school back in Kermi village. Here we see the trekkers with the new turbine.
These are yarn. Every house connected with a one MCB, size of 0.25 ampere or the 0.15 ampere. It is to protect all the circuit in the house.
The tourists spent their time helping to wire the houses.
This is the intake. This is the filter where we filter the leaves and light bodies. And then the water passes through this pipe and goes to the forebay tank.
This is the forebay. Water will enter here from the intake, where debris will settle to the bottom, and the water will be held here during the daytime when electricity isn't needed. There's an exit here for overflow water. Once a month, there's a pipe here which can be removed to clean the debris out. And from here, where the valve is closed during the day, in the evening when power is necessary, the water will enter and go steeply down the hill to the powerhouse, and electricity will be generated.
This is Spanish stuff. It comes from the forebay tank. There is main gate bulb, and there we go. There is a turbine, and there is two wheels. One wheels go for the grinder machine and one for the electricity. There is generator, and it goes from here, from a pipe, it goes from electricity.
Now we are using CFL system whole household because we have very small steam and also low flow in the dry season, so we cannot produce more electricity for lighting in the village. So we choose this CFL system because it saves energy.
The Little Doctors program teaches young people the causes of ill health and emphasizes sanitation and hygiene. The children then share these valuable health lessons with their families and villages. The Nepal Trust NGO office is combined with a guest house, restaurant, classroom, tourism office and solar shower. Renewable energy technologies are a key part of Nepal Trust strategy. Here is a solar oven that saves scarce fuel wood, cooks food, boils water and bakes bread that is sold to both locals and tourists. UNESCO supports the Nepal Trust Trekking Cooperative with Trek Guide and Cook training. All this means income-generating activities that teach life skills, the path towards project sustainability and secure livelihood. The Nepal Trust Trekking Cooperative runs climbing expeditions and treks throughout Nepal and to such destinations as Mount Kailash in Tibet, as seen here. The traditional skills and know-how are here, but the community needs help to market and sell its crafts directly to ethical fair trade markets to generate family income, a cornerstone of development. University students study healthcare, women's issues, development impact and local culture. Back in Kathmandu, volunteers have also taught at the Durba High School Computer Education Project. This project teaches skills necessary for Nepal's youth to face today's challenges and enables them to meet the wider world online. As Federico Mayor, past director of UNESCO said, today the gap between the poor and the rich is a knowledge gap. There can be no sustainable development if there is no transfer of knowledge. Heritage preservation. We ran a trek to rebuild Ralingompa, an ancient monastery at 15,000 feet. This monastery, sacred to both Buddhists and Hindus, had total community participation and was rebuilt from the foundations to the solar panels on the roof. Thus far, the project has taken 2 years. This Buddhist monk and traditional artist ensured the authenticity of the restorations. Commitment. Here we see Trust Director and volunteer nurse Janet Griffin starting another health program. Janet has introduced and guided several young doctors and medical students on their electives to work with the Nepal Trust Health program. Janet was a tourist on Nepal Trust's first trek to build in 1995. The building block of all development, literacy for children and adults, is a key objective to our work. The referral centre of our health programme, Simicot Hospital. Thanks to UK Rotary District 1040, the equipping and solar electrification has begun. Vamed KMB, the Vienna Hospital Management Group, has also provided funds and will assist in opening a Nepal Trust office in Austria. KMB will also send medical professionals to develop our 10-year health project with both UNICEF and the Nepal Ministry of Health. But our work is not yet finished.